This is Andy Purewell. For Boxing News, I'm joined by promoter Eddie Hearn here in New York. Eddie, he said to me after the show on Saturday it'd be worth sticking around, and you were not wrong.
I am just completely baffled by what has happened in the last 48 hours. As if this whole energy from His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh couldn't get any better, couldn't get any bigger. Now, Riyadh season comes to the US. The best card I've ever seen in America, top to bottom. Mayweather-Madrimov defends his 154-pound world title against the pound-for-pound #1 Terence Crawford. Isaac Cruz, probably the most exciting young Mexican fighter right now against Valenzuela in a war for the 140-pound world title. Andy Ruiz is back in LA against Big Baby Miller. And what about Tszyu against Virgil Ortiz at 154-pound? One of the biggest wars you could ever make. David Morrell against Hot Rod for the WBA interim 175-pound title. Andy Cruz, a couple more of our fighters to add on as well. What a night of boxing. The BMO Stadium, 25,000 people coming to LA. It's unbelievable, unbelievable.
Eddie, what is Turki Al-Sheikh saying to all of these different promoters, management companies to get everybody to work together?
It's just like, you know, we've seen it in the UK with me and Frank, and then here it's like, if someone, you know, if I went to Louis de Cubas and No Limit and Golden Boy to try and make Tszyu against Virgil Ortiz, they'd tell me to fuck off. They'd go, what, you know, His Excellency has the ability with no allegiance to anybody and no broadcaster exclusively to go in and say, guys, I want to make this fight. Let's make it happen. And people are listening, people are being cooperative, you know, and you're seeing again on this show, so many promoters coming together for Riyadh season in America. Who would have thought it? You know, like, it's amazing to see, and like, this is just breathtaking. This event is going to be incredible in LA. So many huge plans that he has, you know, in terms of entertainment on the night, fights, August 3rd, another solid date for the diary on the back of AJ Ngannou, on the back of Fury Usyk, on the back of the 5v5, Bivol Beterbiev. Crazy times in boxing, baby.
Eddie, talking about Crawford-Madrimov, I know you're going to back Madrimov to the hill and back, but a very difficult fight.
I mean, the pound-for-pound #1, you know. But I will say this, Madrimov is the best 154-pounder in the world. I really believe that. And, you know, Terence comes straight out the gate, and you know, he wanted all the champions. But they know they can make Madrimov. His Excellency reached out to me. We made the fight, the main event on a huge card. As I said to him, you know, every fighter gets old. Every fighter steps one weight class too many. Can it be? Can it be? I mean, Madrimov has tremendous footwork. He's elusive. His defense is good. He punches really, really, really hard. But we understand we're up against the pound-for-pound #1. The guy's a genius. You know what I mean? Undisputed at 40, undisputed at 47, trying to be undisputed at 57. You may look back as the greatest fighter across our generation. So a pleasure to be working with Terence again. He broke my heart with Ricky Burns many years ago in Glasgow. He broke our hearts against Ndongo to win undisputed. And now it's time to break his heart. And Bomac, respect to their team, just buzzing for a massive show.
You have to ask, even though you don't promote either of us fighters, Tszyu, Virgil Ortiz Jr., they're fantastic.
Unbelievable. I mean, Louis de Cubas, you know, my friend from PBC, we were in the hotel for like 48 hours straight the last couple of days. And I was there when that fight was, you know, sort of unraveling, and Golden Boy, No Limit, PBC, Turkey, like, it's just, I couldn't believe how quickly that fight got made. It's such a good fight. I think Tszyu is such an exciting fighter. Virgil Ortiz, such an exciting fighter. That's going to be a bloodbath in Los Angeles.
Are the talks there to try and get the winners to face off at all?
Yeah, you know how it works. His Excellency will watch these guys. That's a fight. You know, no one approached His Excellency for that fight. His Excellency called for that fight. So you know you're talking about a real fight fan here, not a guy who's just picking big names. He picked that fight, and he's bang right. That is a war, absolute war.
I have to ask you, Eddie, I think it was the Boxing Voice tweeted that they'd heard that Teofimo Lopez had been approached to box on this card, but then Todd DeBerth had shut down a £5 million offer. What can you tell me? I
don't know. I wasn't part of those offers. I know that a lot of promoters got reached out to be a part of this card. Obviously, you know, some people had fights that, you know, listen, I put forward fights on this card that didn't make the cut. Everybody did. But that's what His Excellency will do. He'll speak to all promoters and he will pick what he believes is the best lineup for the show. And let's be honest, he's done a very good job.
Ryan Garcia also mentioned about the August 3rd card and that he might box on it.
No, this is the card. Yeah. Listen, I mean, unless His Excellency, it's his show, you know, maybe he wants to add another one. But I think realistically, this is the lineup. We've got, I think, 3 more matchroom fights to announce. One Queensbury prospect that we're putting on as well, and with George. So that's the main TV fights done now. But
people have wanted for a while some form of like a UFC umbrella, if you will, everybody boxing under one corporation. Do you think with Turki Al Sheikh's intervention into the sport, it's somewhat going like that, or do you think that's a bit far-fetched?
I think that some promotional companies won't want to enter or put both feet in. For me, I'm just buzzing with the opportunity for our fighters. You know, I'm buzzing to be involved with the show and all of these events in Riyadh. You know, we've got a great relationship with His Excellency, but His Excellency doesn't have an exclusive promoter. He doesn't really care about promoters. He cares about the fights, and he couldn't care less who represents who. This is the fight card he wants. Go and help make it happen. Bring the other promoters to whatever. And you know, I feel like, obviously, look, it took a long time for me and Frank to work together. Sorry, and it's still going to take time here, you know. But this is a massive step in the right direction.
You mentioned Frank. Do Frank and Queensbury have any involvement with his card?
Yeah, I have. They have one of their prospects on the show. So it's to be honest with you, Umar.
Umar, what's going on here?
God, Andy, sorry. To be honest with you, Andy, it's like a family. It's like coming to. Do you know what I mean? So on Fury Usyk, we've got Jai Opatara and Joe Cordina. Do you know what I mean? And you know, George reached out and said to His Excellency, to me, got a young prospect. It's helping everybody, you know. So, yeah.
Just a couple to quickly end on. Jaron Ennis purse bids more than double what TGB bid. What's your thoughts behind that?
Yeah, look, we're making a huge investment into Boots, and you know the offer that we made to Crowley was actually more than what we bid. I don't know why they didn't accept the original offer, but we had to go in and be aggressive in that bid. We didn't want to lose the bid. July in Philadelphia is what's happening. We hope Cody Crowley takes the fight. We're waiting to hear from Louis and Tom Brown. We presume he's going to. We just want to get cracking. You know, Boots has been on the sideline for too long. He's a pound for pound great. You know, I was looking at Terence Crawford and I look at Boots and I think, you know, Madrimov hopefully will upset that fight even happening, but that's the level that Boots is. And we're going to go into Philly and we're going to create a hell of a show in July.
Just one final one. Floyd Mayweather-Haney were having a back and forth over Insta. What do you make?
I woke up in the night and checked my phone and saw it all going off. So I didn't really understand the argument. It was hard to really understand, but listen, all talk is good talk.
Eddie, I'll see you in Liverpool.
Cheers, mate.